for them. The Philosophical Practice Hub is an initiative that is motivated mostly by the idea of bridging that gap. It's a project that actually started in this conference. Last year, we held a workshop together. That's when we first met. And it's such a wonderful thing to be able to say that we got together at the conference, have been working together since, and now we actually have something to show you in terms of what we have been doing here. And it's an initiative that is coming from the international community of philosophical practitioners for the benefit of the community as a whole. That's the spirit with which we are pursuing this initiative. So in terms of the motivations for this project, the first one I just mentioned, the potential it has and the degree to which that potential is yet to be realized in the world, in society. Another motivation, important motivation, is the how scattered information on philosophical practice and the actual initiatives that people are developing all over the world. The information is scattered. And it's interesting to observe, actually, that this is not only an intuition that we share. We could see from the previous session that extremely useful book that David and Pepe are coordinating, are editing, how there is this sense of so much amazing things available, but they are kind of in different parts. And for anyone that is looking for pursuing philosophical practice as a career, that makes it a little bit difficult for them. And thirdly, in terms of the motivations, we wanted to provide a platform, a space for systematic collaboration within the international community. I think the ICPP is a wonderful initiative. It happens every 2 years. So what do we do in between them? The idea is to offer a platform that would allow us to collaborate. So the main aims of the initiative is to first offer consistent and comprehensive knowledge about philosophical practice. A second aim is to offer a focal point for the community as a whole, to share what's going on and to know what's going on. So, for example, the idea is to have a list of current events, book launches, journals. Pepe as the wonderful one that you have been dedicating so much energy to make it a concrete thing. So a central place in which practitioners can go, check what's going on, and engage with one another in collaboration. A third aim is to provide a platform for cooperation in terms of research. We'll talk a little bit about that later on, but for example, working research groups could be formed according to areas of interest, and we can share that research with one another. Another possibility is workshops. So the ICPP is a broad kind of conference, but we're thinking about promoting shorter, neater workshops about specific topics. So for example, philosophy for children, one possible workshop, or the ethics of philosophical practice, and so on. Also, there's an important aim and motivation for us in terms of promoting philosophical practice to the general public. I think we all agree in terms of our group that actually there is a real demand for the kinds of things that we can offer through philosophical practice, because we are able to address genuine, profound needs that people have, And sometimes, many times actually, they seem to be looking for sources of support for those needs, and they are not finding it. And philosophical practice would be a wonderful avenue for that. And finally, as a final aim, a platform to connect practitioners and potential clients. So once we have promoted philosophical practice, the idea is to have really some kind of a list of, and Agatha will show us a map of practitioners that are listed in the website, and clients can come in, they search by their necessities, by their interests, and they would find the appropriate practitioners that can provide the service that they are looking for. So this is a basic kind of information, and I gladly invite my colleague, our colleague Alexandra, to continue with presenting this initiative for us all. Please, Alexandra.
Thank you, Andre. I will now try to share my screen so that we can, hold on, so that we can.
Wonderful. Yeah, if there is any difficulty, I can do it from here as well. Oh, great.
Okay, so let me just make sure it works. Right. So very quickly, what we did. Let me just update it. Yeah. Okay. So what we did, as because the most obvious solution to this kind of idea would be to have an online place. Yeah, on an online place which will have all that information, or at least will be a starting point for searching all that information. So what we are presenting today is a demo version. So it's not real life yet. It's just a demo version populated with just a few basic ideas, to be continuously populated further if it sort of, if it meets with demand, of a website. We're calling this Philosophical Practice Hub, which could be such a launch pad, used both by practitioners, aspiring practitioners, and potential clients to learn more about philosophical practice in its various aspects. So what we have currently here is you're looking at the homepage of the website. Is a kind of place where a person who is not necessarily familiar with what philosophical practice is can start from. Yeah, and if we assume that somebody who doesn't know what it is about can look at it, they can either go on straight away and find out more, or they can and we'll have a section of a website dedicated to the clients, to those people who know nothing about it. Or if they're a practitioner, yeah, they will also have a place in the website where they would have all this useful information for practitioners. But equally on the homepage, it will be a kind of teaser. Yeah, so we're showing them some certain life situations which may create a need for involving a certain type of philosophical practice as a solution. So, for example, here for philosophical counseling, then we have a teaser for philosophy for children, one for philosophy for business, and one for community philosophy. So we chose those four broad areas, which we think can well represent some of the demands that and interests that people might have, which a philosophical practice may be an answer to. And then the idea is that once a person who is not familiar with what it is gets intrigued, they can go through this teaser to a place in the website which we call a bird's eye view, and read another sort of quick, very high level description of what that area of philosophical practice is. Yeah, and then again we have some of the most common areas there, and community philosophy will further divide into philosophy for the socially vulnerable populations, philosophical cafe, and Socratic dialogue. It's very kind of arbitrary division, which mixes places and methods, but we're trying to put ourselves in the shoes of a possible person who may want those kind of questions answered. And so from there, they can either further explore, and my colleagues will pick up from there one of those areas, Yeah, but the whole idea of the website, that it is that oh, sorry, does somebody have a microphone on? Sorry, yeah. But the whole idea of the website, it is a bird's eye view for both clients and practitioners, and a sort of launch pad from which they can then go and explore whatever they need and want to explore. So let me finish here and pass a microphone to my colleague Alexa Babic, who will show you some of the materials. So, for example, from the somewhere we can go from the individual philosophical counseling page, etc. So, Alexa, can you let me stop presenting, and then you can take it from here.
Thank you, Alexander, very much. I will share my screen right now. Just a second, please. So I hope that you can see the website. I will continue. So we come to that part where we are at materials point of view. Alexandra nicely presented what is happening when someone is slightly interested in a specific area of philosophical practice, but then we have the third step to go and to find more about it. And I will show you what happens when we connect this part with our encyclopedia. For example, I would choose philosophy for business. We have here one quite simple or classical example of encyclopedia article. It's quite detailed and informative way to learn more about some specific area or subfield or topic that is related with philosophical practice. So it has something like short introduction, short history, what it is about in general. Then here we have some paragraphs like limitations and challenges or suggested bibliography. What is the idea lying behind all this section, materials? Well, the general idea is to provide an comprehensive and, as it is possible, unified way to have a general view on what it is about philosophical practice, what are the subfields and main problems and main who are the people that are working in that field. But as well, it is we have that idea to connect people who are not practitioners with the material from philosophical practice. So we imagined when we have some more developed version of the website to have parts that will link every interested in some specific thing about philosophical practice with correct sub-page of this website, or to link to find more on other web pages, or to find more through books or articles and so on. So we come here, sorry, we come here to see what is this section and subsection for clients, because I think you get the main idea about providing materials for practitioners. But we have that special interest to create website that will be quite interesting and catchy for clients. So we have this page, what is PP and what it is not. That is quite a basic explanation of the field and its goals and how it works in practice, and how it differ from the other disciplines and areas. So we have that just common way to explain it is, but there is an ambition to create another sub-page or another page that would have title find your practitioners, and it is exactly about the way how to choose the right practitioner for yourself based on many parameters, geographically, based on your interest, based on your needs, and so on. So it's something still in progress and still in the form of idea, but it is also a quite nice step that we made forming this world map. So I would like to start from this point to give the word to my dear colleague Agata to continue from this point and to explain to you what it is about world map.
Hello, Agata. I'm going to briefly introduce why we created the map of practitioners and how you can use it to search for a practitioner. So, Alexa, can you help me to click on the map? Yeah, thank you. So this map provides the information for clients to find their practitioners across the world with their locations. So you can search for a practitioners by a nation or type a name in the search bar. For example, Alexa, would you please help me to type any name? For example, Gerd Achenbach in the search bar. So you can see his name underneath Germany. So you can click on his name on the map. Click on his name on the map. So it goes to the website. So you can get further information from here. So we hope this map can promote PP to connect practitioners and potential clients together. And it's also a platform to know practitioners worldwide and encourage us in close collaboration with each other. So I'm going to hand over to my colleague, Alexa. Thank you.
Thank you, Agatha. So that is about that part of world map. You will see later that this world map appears once again when you're trying as practitioner to find more about events that is held in there. But before we start that part, I would like just briefly to come back on encyclopedia part, just to show you how it looks and to. For now, we have just several articles about different topics on philosophical, related to philosophical practice, but I hope that if there is more contribution from each side, that could grow in quite directly way. The basic idea is to hold quite open this encyclopedia, something like Wikipedia, that every practitioner could bring their contribution to this encyclopedia. Besides, encyclopedia materials are imagined to be something like more like having other informations about books, about events, about maybe those conferences that were held about PP, and that we heard quite nicely on project before ours, how it works at website. So we have here this page for practitioners. So I would like to invite my dear colleague Taisia to continue if she's ready.
Yeah, thank you, Alexa. Can you still share the screen so we will see it from your screen? So yeah, there is two pages in a way I want to tell you about, and if you've been to my previous presentation, I guess you already knew which one is that. So it's associations and programs, and Alexa, can you just check one of them, like associations? Yeah, thank you. So we felt and still feel the lack and need to have a list of all our associations or institutions that are providing or having something to do with philosophical practice in one place. and it was very like intriguing for me to create all this list, because obviously, for example, when I was searching for something in Korea or in China or in Greece, I should use the local language to do this, and now I know how philosophical practice and philosophical counseling is in all these languages. At least I can like somehow like see it when I just type the thing. Yeah, so we feel the importance in having in one place all these associations. And if you please, Alexa, show the next page with programs. So I was showing you today the content of the programs in some countries, but here is the brief, let's say, introduction of country, of institute or associations which hold the program. And here I was listed only like the programs like MA, diploma or something else, so no courses, nothing like that, but like educational programs which supposed to finally like produce, let's say, philosophical practitioners. So here is so far the list that I come to. And I hope that you will help us to make it richer. It would be very helpful for us to have more information about the programs and associations, so we can add it here. And yeah, we know and make it informative for the community as well. Thank you, Alexa. I guess I stop here.
Thank you, Tasia. So, Agatha, do you want to try to explain another map about events, or we should just move?
I'm just aware that we only have 3 minutes left. Shall we go straight to what are the possibilities for us to, what are we all suggesting are the ways that you could contribute to this and help us bring this to the next stage? Tasia, would you like maybe to go back to that, and then I don't know where, the link to our forum.
Okay, then I will continue here. I will share my screen soon. So the thing that Alexa was mentioning was the nice map again, the creation of Agatha, that showing the events that is taking place all over the world. For now, it's quite, let's say, not that rich, but we hope we can, you can help us make it rich. So, like finalizing all this, first of all, we are very glad that you stay with us and see what we have done so far. And since it's a demo, and since we saw how much work should be done, it would be very helpful if you can contribute. And we were thinking that we have time left for the feedback, but I guess that won't be the case. But still, yeah, so if we would have time now, it would be great if you just say a couple of words about, do you at least like feel the need in this resource and how you find it useful, and which information would be the most of use for you personally. And do you want to be mentioned as a practitioner on this website? Because Agatha hasn't mentioned, but she said that we can put 5,000 practitioners on this map. So we have this opportunity, and it's really great because it means that we might have covered and really created a database of philosophical practitioners. Yeah, so as well, do you want to contribute to our encyclopedia? Because obviously we won't be able to do it ourselves. It's like a huge work to be done. So if you do, please share like which topics or subjects you would be interested in to contribute. And we still have like a very gigantic, let's say, plan. And Pepe was mentioning about like problematic part of it. So we were thinking that it would be great to have a database of articles, books, and maybe videos, like some materials with workshops or some practical aspects. And we're still thinking how it would be possible just technically to do it, because it's very useful not just for practitioners, but for practitioners to be, for students, to have articles at least at one place, and to know about existence of books and links where they can be reached, bought, or whatever. And another issue that we're thinking about is okay, we create it in English, but obviously if the girl in Japan or guy in Greece would be looking for philosophical practice or philosophical consultation in native language, he won't find any of those. So should we translate it, and if yes, then what? So this is for now, and yes, what we expect from you, we would like you to contribute after the conference. So we will send you a feedback form, a Google form, with some questions, detailed questions. And we would like you to share some extra information that would be of use to be mentioned in this website, and also some technical support, for example, with the web designers, or ideas of design, or foundations even, that might help us, all of us, basically, to create the final version of the website. And just do please see it already as a project of, or as a platform that you can use, and see it from that perspective, that okay, I want to use that, I want to see this and that, and so just feel free to tell us, because we are doing it for you. And obviously, yeah, to make it more informativeness, please spread the word among your colleagues, so they can also use it and contribute it, and maybe help us again to make it more rich. So I will stop sharing now, and meanwhile, while you will be sharing your comments, I will send in the chat our mails, and the link for the Google form, and our overall mail of our project. Thank you very much.